Hey guys, welcome to the top percentile. My name is Harsh Shah. I secured a 99.99 percentile in MBA CET 2020 and got an all-India rank 4. Well, in today's video, we are going to discuss about how you should be analyzing your mocks. So you know that mock analysis is a very important part in continuous improvement of your scores. If you're lingering around hundreds or 90s right now, so the journey from 100 to 150 is iteratively growing your score from 100 to 110, 120, 130, 140, and then 150. So mock analysis extremely important for improvement. And here's how you should be ideally doing it. But before we start discussing that, my honest advice and suggestion would be that please do not mark bluffs while you are attempting mocks, and the mocks that you really want to analyze, please do not mark bluffs because it will just make your life more difficult. See, the advantage is that if you don't mark bluffs, then you can clearly identify the questions that you have attempted and the questions that you have not attempted. In the questions you have attempted, you can again classify it as questions that you got as correct and questions that you got as incorrect. And the questions that you have not attempted, that becomes a third section altogether. Now, for each of these three sections, correct, incorrect, and the third section, which is not attempted, we'll try and identify what should be your motive and how you should be analyzing those questions individually. So first of all, for the correct section, okay, so your idea over here is that, was there any easier method to solve? How could you solve it quicker than the amount of time that you have taken to solve it? And is there any new formula which is involved? Okay, any of these three things, you quickly make a note of it. So earlier in the videos, I've told you to make a formula book for cons. If you encounter a new formula over here while your mock analysis, you quickly note it down in that particular section for that particular topic. If there is a new or if there's an easier method to solve and you have used the lengthier method, keep it in your head. Next time such question comes, you have to solve it much quicker. And finally, the aim of doing this exercise is that it will help you save your time. So for the correct questions, for the things that you have got correct, I don't want you to resolve it, okay? What I want is that you just look at the solution and see if the method that they have used is different than the method that you have used, then just compare if you are better or if the solution which is given is better, and then you can improve from there. Okay, coming to the next part, which is how to tackle incorrect questions. Over here, I want you to solve the question again, okay? And more or less, a lot of times, if you solve it without the pressure of the clock, then you might get it right. If you get it right, it means that you knew the concept. If you get it wrong, it means that you don't know the concept. You have to go back to the book and refresh those particular things that are taught in that topic, and you have to refresh those concepts. So here, what you have to understand is, what do I not know? For which topics you have to go back to the books or the videos and try to understand these things from the scratch again. I've also told you that you have to resolve all these questions. And the last thing would be that you have to make a note of all the mistakes that you're committing. Okay, so mistake in the sense, if there is a similar type of mistake, so calculation mistakes, that's a simple mistake, reading mistake, that you read the question in the wrong manner, such things. Okay, so you have to try and understand if it's a commonly occurring mistake, then you have to be very aware of it, because that can be detrimental. You want to completely avoid silly mistakes whenever you are solving. And finally, for the questions which you could not attempt or you did not attempt consciously, considering they belonged to the difficult section of the questions, here again, I want you to solve it again, or not again, actually, not solve it earlier, right? So I want you to solve it once. Just try and see why you skipped that question. Was there any conceptual error, or you thought that this was not it was not possible to solve it within 2.5 minutes? Okay, if that is the case, if you decided to not solve it during the mock, and while solving it later on, you found out that this was indeed a difficult question and you took more than 2.5 minutes, give yourself a pat on the back, because that was a very good decision and you saved a lot of time by not solving that question. So again, here you have to try and understand why you did not solve and what was the reason behind it. So a lot of psychological things are going on with these mock analysis. Okay, check the solution and see if there was any easier method to solve it, and then adopt that easier method into your regular solving. Finally, after doing all these things, the primary aim of mock analysis is that you become aware of all the mistakes you have committed. Number two is that you come across all the different things or all the new things which are good and better than what you currently know. That comes into your knowledge center, and then you adopt all those things into your daily solving or regular practice. Okay, so that's the basic aim of mock analysis. Usually, if you're giving a 2.5 hour mock, it's going to take you around 3 to 3.5 hours to analyze that mock. And please trust me, that will be time well spent, and you will, over a period of time, see some improvement if you're doing your mock analysis correctly. Another tip would be that on our Telegram channel, the link will be in the description. On our Telegram channel, we have added a mock analysis sheet which Anay had created during his attempt for CET. That's a beautiful sheet. So you can use that. All the formulas are fed in, and that will help you to keep a track of all the mocks and your progress overall. So yes, the last thing that I would like to add over here is that if you identify a few topics as difficult ones, please go back to the books, please go back to the videos, try and understand why you're finding it difficult, and constantly improve by practicing more. Okay, so with that, we would like to end today's session, and I hope that I'll see you in some other session again. But till then, you keep hustling and keep working hard, and all the best. Take care. Bye.